Hey guys, welcome back to Just a Geek in the Garage. Today I want to go over a brand called OEM Tools. A lot of you guys have heard of this. It's also a tool brand that tends to be rebranded a lot, where their exact product you can find from other companies, and the other companies just simply slap their names on them. This is a good example. This magnetic bowl they have here. I know I was on the Mack truck, a while back, and I saw the same exact um, bowl, but it was significantly more expensive just because it had the Mac name on it. Where directly from OEM Tools, I believe that thing's about $11, $12. One thing that I have noticed, especially if you buy these on Amazon, is the price does fluctuate quite a bit. They're always going on sale. So the prices I tell you today, I'm going to kind of give you ranges of what I've seen them and kind of go from there. Before anybody asks, no, I'm not sponsored by OEM Tools or actually any tool company. Every tool you guys have ever seen, I paid for with my own money. I just happen to have a lot of tools, so I thought some reviews on these would be useful for you guys. So, one category of tools that I tend to have a hoarding problem with, as you've seen my garage or if you've seen those videos, I have quite a bit of tools. But one category in specific is going to be picks. I have picks from any company and every company you can think of, from Pittsburgh to Snap-on to Icon to OEM Tools, Cornwell. It tends to be whenever I'm trying a new tool company, I tend to kind of pick up two specific tool types, which is I usually get a set of screwdrivers and a set of picks, and that kind of tells me the quality of that tool company. At least that's how it's been in my experience. So I'm going to kind of go over what I have here in front of you, and just kind of go over some of the stuff that some of the items I like, some of the items that I probably would skip in the future, or hope maybe they have different versions that I haven't seen yet. So since I mentioned the picks, I'm going to go over those first. So I have let's see here, I have like 5 different styles of picks in front of you. So we have the classic style that you kind of see from every company, where you get the four different angles, I guess, the straight, the little 45-degree one, the hook, and then the 90-degree one, right? And then this is the first set that I picked up from them. I thought they were pretty decent. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of this type of handle, but when I'm working on something small, these actually tend to work really well, especially a little bit better than some of the other like hard handle type. Let me see, or even the instant grip from Snap-on. If you can see here, I mean, that grip size is a significant difference. So if you're working on something delicate, something like this might come in handy. And then from there, I went on, and there's an 8-piece set that comes with a bunch of different, oops, sorry if I hit the camera, a bunch of different angles. I'll show you on that side and this side. But again, not a huge fan overall of these grips. The grips are okay when it's on the smaller picks, but I really don't like them on the longer picks. So I think in the future, at least for me personally, I probably would skip these. Both these sets, I want to say, are in like the $10 to $15 range for each one of these. Next from there, they have these picks, which are kind of like a mid-range pick. They're about the midway length between these two. The handles obviously are going to be much more robust, but they're very reminiscent of kind of like that old, Craftsman style handle. But actually, I really do like these. They work really well. They feel really good in the hands. Very, very strong, not a lot of deflection. And I think this set was around somewhere in like the $15 to $20 range. And then we have, these guys, again, probably like in the $10 to $15 range. Gives you 4 different angles, a couple different lengths of that spoon style. So if you're working on something like rubber that you don't want to poke a hole through, they do a really, really good job. Last of the pick sets is going to be this 5-piece back here. So there's going to be kind of like your longer radiator hose type picks. More they're kind of a little bit more blunt at the end. I mean, a little pokey, but not super sharp. But you get like big ones like this. You get little shorter ones like this. And I want to say, and then let's see, you got the right angle guy, and then a couple that look like that. So, and I think this set is around $30. And for the quality, actually, I really like these handles so much so I kind of want to look into their just regular screwdrivers to see if they have the same handle, because the handles actually feel pretty good. But it works really well for a nice heavy duty pick. And the price is about right because sorry, not Amazon, Harbor Freight sells an Icon version of these. And I know Snap-on sells them as well, but the Icon versions are about $55. So these are almost half the price of the Icon versions. And then last up is I did a video on reversible screwdrivers where I featured these guys. And again, I bought them because they kind of reminded me a bit of the old school Craftsman, handles, at least the material. And this is just kind of your classic reversible screwdriver. And oops, sorry, I hit the camera once again. And this, you can get the stubby or the regular length, and they're both, I think, around $12 or $13. So, tell me, what do you guys think? Have you used OEM products? I know I only have a small fraction of their tool catalog, but tell me, what tools did you get from them specifically? Are they working out well for you? Have you ever gone through a warranty process with OEM tools? Was it easy or was it difficult? So again, I'll have links for all this stuff in the description. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe.